So and yeah, basically the next thing I want to move on to, like it kind of relates to this, is how Blizzard dev said that they would never re-add layering again after
Dude,
phase
you're
two.
telling me Blizzard are lies?
And then they also said there's only 2 layers and that's as high as we're going. And literally like a day later or two, we're aware of some of the issues facing select realms currently, and to address this, we've implemented a third layer. The following realms contain 3 layers. Herod, like what a fucking joke. 3 fucking layers, and people are still playing the shit. How many people said, "Oh, if they add layering, I'll never play this game again," and they're
A lot of
still
them.
fucking playing.
I mean, I'll come out and say it. I think there's people in our own Discord that might have said that and might still be playing. I'm not sure, but I think there is.
I'm just trying to think. Anyways,
There has to be someone. Like nothing, maybe.
that guy gets fucking bullied anyways. No one likes him. He's not in any of the discords anymore.
Yeah, true. Anyway, back to layering, right? I mean, shock horror. You know, Blizzard lied. That's all these fuckers do is lie. All they do is tell lies. These assholes. There was another screenshot that I sent you. They promised that layering would be removed by phase two. Okay, it is currently phase four, and they've reintroduced layering. Uh, and they've reintroduced it not because the problem is unfixable. I hate to say it. I hate to sound like a broken record, but I have to go back here. These assholes are inflicting actual damage on their player base because they refuse to plan out servers properly at the start when they had when they got told 100 times by fucking amateurs just on the forums that they have way too little servers. They've got like 50 servers less than they should have. That's strike one. They fucked up there. Okay, and now they're inflicting actual pain on their user base and having a less quality gameplay experience because they refuse to invest in decent fucking hardware, and they refuse to come into the 21st century and actually use quality stuff. This is a company that I had to say it again, is worth 50 to 60 billion dollars. You're telling me that they can't run a fucking MMO on decent servers? Fuck off, man. They need to fix something. They need to fix their servers. They need to fix their code. Whatever it is, I don't care. There is no excuse that a company that large, that people pay a monthly fucking fee for, should have to put up with that shit. Layering and fucking lag central. Get the fuck out of here. I don't understand how anyone who previously came to Classic WoW from a private server can sit there and play that, knowing that they've had a better experience on fucking European private servers. There is nothing. There's nothing that can convince me that these people aren't like retarded or something,
But that's what I'm
or
saying.
have
Like
brain damage.
the only people like that who are left playing are people who are, they're just burnout losers who use the game for social status, and that's all it is.
Yes,
It's
I would say
pathetic.
burnout losers and wannabe streamers like fucking T Mugsy or something.
Yeah, that very true. And people who like want to be on streamer streams, and like basically anyone a part of those streamers communities, like, ooh, please, I want to be in your guild, T-Mosey. I want to win your bum bum. Ooh, like just absolute fucking
Yeah.
ass rimmers, just losers. Fucking
And I also want to say that the repercussions of this, by the way, guys, anyone here who sits here and disagrees with me, the repercussions here don't simply end at ZG entrance, which in of itself is a relatively harmless thing. Layering during ZG farm, I mean, who gives a fuck, right? Who honestly cares? But the repercussions come next stage, next segment, when the Anchorage gates open. That's when the fun is really going to begin. When you have thousands upon thousands of people at the front of the AQ gates for the opening cinematic, and there's people fighting, and there's mob spawning going nuts, and there's wars going on. That's when the repercussions of the server will truly hit. Truly, truly hit. And you'll realize what a giant fucking amount of time you've wasted, all for this moment to be ruined by the server going down 100 times a second. And if it doesn't go down and they manage to keep it up, and the only way they do manage to keep it up will be layering it by fucking, I don't know, 5 layers on Herald or something, 6 layers. If they do manage to do that, they've completely ruined the quality of the Anchorage gates opening. Okay, they've totally ruined it because you'll be layered, and it'll be a bunch of it'll just be shit. Like, you know what I mean? It won't be a proper opening. You won't get to actually see the whole server there. It'll just be this mangled fucking basket of rubbish.
yep. And like literally, the only thing left to be said about this is like, I mean, look at a server like Scarum, just to like they added transfers, and now Scarum's a 98% alliance. Like the thing about WoW servers is, like especially vanilla, you have to maintain 50% balance, or at least close to it. Otherwise, it's a snowball effect, and your server dies. And it's fucking terrible for the server, and like just the whole way they handle the servers is causing a massive domino effect of all these issues, and the fact that their hardware is shit. So basically, if you're the only thing left to be said is if you're still like playing this game and paying it, like I said, you're either an addict or you're just a fucking piggy and you just keep paying piggy. That's really all there is to say. Just a
Well, they must be
fucking
bored out of their mind.
useless fucking pay pig. Play a different game.
So, so on the topic of Scarum, so people don't know. Have you got a video clip about that, Musk? Like
I don't have a video clip,
Scarum,
but I can go to Ironforge.
right?
Alright.
Scarum is a server that is currently 98% aligned, soon to be 99. So you, you have a one faction server basically. There's no alliance left. Okay, and this all comes from massive mismanagement by Blizzard of servers. They have no fucking care how these servers end up. And the core root of the problem here is that they treat Classic like they treat BFA. On BFA, who gives a fuck? Okay, if the server's one faction dominated, who cares? It's basically a raid simulator these days anyway. And if you want PvP, go queue for a BG and you'll get cross realm. Go queue for arena and you'll get cross realm. Go queue for fucking whatever that other shit is. War. What is that shit called? The War Islands or whatever? Expeditions? You know what I'm talking about?
Scarum, yeah, but Scarum at launch is one of the biggest servers, and now it's 5K with 1% alive.
What is that?
And look at Heartseeker. You know what they should literally do? They should literally take.
Oh man.
They should
They
take.
should merge them.
They should. What I'm saying is they should take Heartseeker and Scarum, merge them together, and then divide them equally by guild.
Yeah,
By guild,
exactly.
and move guilds off, like equally skilled guilds, and then you make two 50-50 servers. They have
And to make this worse for a second, they're both PvP servers, aren't they?
yes, they are.
Whew.
You could literally fix
Wow.
it. Like you just have
Yeah,
to
but like
like
I said, I
combine
want
the
to get back
player
to the
base and
problem.
divide it in two. Like it's
But I want to get back to the core problem here, Musk, is the fact that they treat this game like they treat BFA, where actual server population doesn't even fucking matter because everything's cross server
mhm.
anyway. The people who are running this game don't actually understand anything. That's why you've got situations like this where you have a fucking vanilla realm with a 99% population, like what is that, a deficit? You got 98% fucking horde. That is just retarded. I can't. How does a server even get in that state? And you can say whatever you want. There is a lot of corrupted. There's a lot of corrupted owners of private servers, but even though they're corrupted, they run these servers better because it's in their best interest to make sure that these servers remain balanced. Otherwise, people will leave the server because it won't be fucking fun anymore. Okay, getting ganked by a horde all day. Okay, so even corrupt owners of servers do a better job at upkeeping servers than fucking Blizzard Entertainment does.
fucking yeah, Scarums are just as bad. Or I know the Stalag just as bad as well. This is pathetic. Like
They're all bad, man. Scroll. There was another one there that was like 80%. You got Mankrik there. These are all extremely unbalanced.
yeah, and the thing is, like, private servers will at least put in a fucking faction queue, but Blizzard doesn't do anything because they're just fucking losers. They're lazy,
Bro, if
underfunded interns that have made this game. They literally
yeah,
got a bunch of
just
fucking
college kids,
college fucking pink-haired fucking dumb interns to make this shithole
ten
game.
dollars an hour.
Just fucking like a team of like three, just slapped it together and fucking spunked on the server fucking router and hope for the best. It's a fucking aborted botched fetus, and that's all the game is.
and,
That's
and,
all
and
it'll
for
ever be.
people and for people who don't understand how private servers work, they may be playing classic WoW and they're just watching this. if if you have a 40-60 population on classic WoW, so like 40% aligned, 60% horde, people will actively complain about that imbalance. So 40-60 is enough to make most people on private servers extremely upset. You've got shit here. You got populations on this chart that we're looking at on the screen that are just absolutely incomprehensible. Every fucking server there is virtually unbalanced. Look at this. Look at the fucking imbalance. They take no care of their servers. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a shit of these servers, Rod. They couldn't care less.
They don't. They just don't fucking
It's
care, man.
disgraceful, man. These servers have cobwebs on them.
But yeah, I mean, like that's literally like just looking at this speaks for itself. Like, and some people can say, oh, you can blame the player base, but you can't blame the player base when they're getting fucking ganked out of their mind. They're gonna transfer off if they have the option. It should have been Blizzard's job to ensure a 50-50 split or close to 55-45 at the very worst, and then implement a faction queue or like just fucking hard lock rolling on a server. You can't make them too imbalanced, so it's a domino
Absolutely.
effect.
Listen, the only option they have now, the only option they can do now is force merge guilds. That's it. So they're now in a position where they want to save this thing. They're not going to save this thing, by the way, because they don't give a fuck. But let's say theoretically they suddenly cared. The only way they can do this is by force merging servers and force merging guilds and basically recreating all the servers. So they've totally fucked it.
It's
Vanilla,
impossible for us
classic
to, man.
WoW in classic WoW has been an utter failure for everything. If you think this is the actual vanilla experience, you're on fucking meth. Like straight up, you're just on meth. I don't know
Yeah,
what to say. Like you're just fucking delusional.
absolute fucking crackhead. So that's all there is to say about classic. I think for now though, like we kind of just fucking
Yep.
roasted it and roasted everyone who supports it. Like, look, I want to just say, I mean, if you're playing it with some fucking friends or whatever, and like it's maybe some fucking IRL friends, you like your guild and you're just playing it to socialize. I get it, like that's different. But like as long as you recognize how fucking shit it is, I can fucking tolerate it. And obviously what I say you shouldn't really care about, but at the same time I'm still gonna fucking make fun of you and like make fun of anyone who actually actively supports the game. Like if you can say this is a fucking abortion sack of shit game and Blizzard should be bulldozed over, but I'm still gonna just keep playing because of my guild or whatever, then I can like I can respect that at the very least or at the most.
Yeah. So I'll say like I've got a couple of Australian friends. Obviously, for them, I get very good ping. My internet's very good here, so I get pretty damn good ping for an Australian. About 150 ms less than the average Australian. But I know I have a lot of friends that did want to play Vanilla WoW when it came out, and simply private servers just weren't really an option to them. Okay, sometimes raid times don't. American times just don't work for them. I'm pretty flexible in that I have a job that can facilitate that, but they can't. Um, and they wanted to have a classic WoW experience that wasn't a massive lag fest. So they rolled, I think I can't remember what server they rolled on, but they rolled on some fucking classic WoW server, and so be it, man. They want to do that and they want to have fun. Go ahead. But even they admit the game is rubbish. They said this is fucking giga shit. They think it's horrible. Like to be honest with you, they and all of them have actually quit now. There's none of them that actually still play. They've all quit. But yeah, if you're just playing with your friends because you just that's the only way you can do it, then you're not part of the problem. I understand that. But if you're like, let's say I'm a 10 who was a total loser, who like bases his life around his fucking WoW classic achievements, then yeah, you are truly on crack and meth and all types of shit. Like you've had a bat broken over
Fucking
your head or something. That guy's a fucking loser.
Oh, there's so many of them, dude. Like
There's tons of
just
them.
watching these guys like fucking drunk or whatever at like fucking 1 a.m. on stream, like eat like farming fucking his winter spring frost saber on his fucking 10th character that he's leveled up. He's literally the yes honey emote like embodied into a human. Just fucking
Bro, and he's just sitting there with like his face falling off. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. There's tons of those fucking guys. You can tell that their whole life, it's like their whole life has just come to an like they've realized their life is a lie, but now they're in denial, so they have to like facilitate this lie, and they've left playing this dog shit hollow shell of vanilla WoW game.
dude,
Pathetic, bro.
dude,
I love the
son, but I spent all this time ranking. I'm gonna enjoy this gear in BWO for the 700th time, and I'm gonna go use it in World P. Oh wait, I can't PvP because there's fucking layering or two legs. Too bad.
Oh
Pathetic.
wait, I can't PvP because we're on a Legion client, and every time I go into near a city, it spawns 1,000 fucking guards.
Yeah, it's pathetic.
Oh man.